Hello attractions industry professionals, we're here today to unveil the secrets behind our decision to venture once again into the thrilling world of horror immersive experiences. After a successful series of family-friendly titles, such as Aladdin the Bachelor Party, Moby Dick Friends to the Rescue, and Around the World in 80 Days Journey of Wonders, our research and the many conversations we had with our clients show that what the market needed was a spine-chilling new adventure. So without further ado, welcome to the keynote presentation of Van Helsing Rise from the Dark. Today, I'm here with Sara Menegazzi, our creative director, and Patrik Lega, our lead lighting artist, and they will tell us everything about the creative choices that brought this thrilling adventure to life.
Hurry! They're coming!
This way!
As always, in our brainstorming sessions to choose the new licensed titles to produce, we started with the idea of reinterpreting a very strong IP. We never get tired of saying this: the best way to capture your audience is to choose a short movie, around 5 minutes, that is based on a famous and beloved IP. This way, your guests will immediately form a bond with the characters and the story and will immerse themselves more in the overall experience.
This is Dracula's sanctum. This is where they turn us into them. Don't go anywhere near it.
Longer titles are easy to find because they're easy to produce, as they're usually old adapted versions of existing long films originally created for traditional cinema. They weren't born for digital attractions, so they won't be rich with special effects. And above all, as they weren't specifically thought as 360-degree fun experiences for media-based attractions, they are usually very, very boring. With all of this in mind, we started our market research and selected the winner, the iconic Van Helsing IP. The very beloved character that was born from the mind of Bram Stoker as Count Dracula's most feared opponent. This movie also marks the start of our collaboration with Lorien McKenna, the Emmy-nominated screenwriter who worked on iconic Pixar Animation Studios films such as the Oscar-winning Ratatouille, Up, Brave, and Inside Out. Now it's time to hand over the floor to Sara. First of all, Sara, tell us about the creative process that led to the creation of Van Helsing Rise from the Dark as it is today.
Hello everyone, and thank you, Valeria. Our creative process began with Lorien. We started by having some brainstorming session, where we gave her our key elements, so basically the genre, a combination of horror, action, sci-fi, our target audience, the length of the experience, and the special effects we wanted to include in the movie. Once these pillars were clear, we encouraged a collaborative approach, allowing Lorien to set her creativity free, while incorporating our fundamental points. Her idea was to create a story that wasn't just pointlessly scary, but one that would inspire people to fight back and to have hope. This was the starting point to define the film's heart from start to finish. Our message is about winning a battle to restore hope, rather than simply defeating the villain. The story itself represents the first step of an awakening against the evil, that's represented by Dracula. All in the movie evokes a sense of hope, despite the fear of evil, starting from the name of the main character, Alba Van Helsing. Alba means dawn in Italian, and proceeding with the settings and even the use of colors and light. The movie is set in a dystopian world, dominated by dangerous creatures called the leeches. Alba van Helsing, the descendant of the famous vampire hunter, is the only person that can save the world from them, together with their friends. In the movie, they don't win the war against Dracula, but they face the dangerous challenge of retrieving a vital food cache for their people, giving them the hope to survive and the strength to go on fighting for a better world.
Come on, we've got to get that food before the whole thing comes down.
Once the story was written, we dived in to create specific mood boards for each character and the world, studying various settings and the right color schemes.
Wow, fantastic. And what inspired you, Sara?
So we envisioned a combination of Alien meets Robin Hood, with echoes of iconic female heroines such as Katniss Everdeen, the main character of the Hunger Games saga. So we wanted to tell a tale of strong, revolutionary fighters against absolute evil.
It all seems so smooth, but we all know very well that nothing comes without its challenges. So, which challenges did you face while producing Van Helsing Rise from the Dark, Sara?
You're perfectly right. All good works come with their challenges. But finding smart solution is what makes it fun, right?
You're right.
In this movie, we had to make some cuts and find some compromises along the way. For example, with reduced dialogue and characters in the early drafts, because the movie was Lorien's first script for a movie for digital attractions. So we really had to find the right balance between our vertical expertise and hers.
I love when that happens, because it's a chance to learn and improve.
I completely agree.
Speaking of improvements, no CGI movie is complete without passing from the expert hands of a lighting artist, especially when it comes to horror. That's why we have Patrik here. Patrik, it's very nice to see you here with us. So tell us about your work in Van Helsing Rise from the Dark.
Thank you, Valeria.
You're welcome, Patrik.
As you said, lighting plays a crucial role in horror movies. It sets the tone, creates atmospheric sensation, and shapes the overall experience. By manipulating light and color tones, we can establish the desired emotional context. In a horror movie, it's all about immersing the audience in a world of shadow and suspense.
So, what was your philosophy in approaching the lighting of the film?
Creating a dark atmosphere is always a challenge. For example, the first environment in the movie is a city, full of artificial lights, so it was harder. On the other hand, Dracula's laboratory was easier to enter due to the location that took place. My secret to achieve the best results is to imagine myself in that context, asking myself questions such as, what will I see if I were there? How will I feel? What will make me feel like that? Then, of course, collaborating with other departments is key in order to give the audience the best immersive experience. During the production phase, we work side by side with environment artists, especially during the artificial lighting phase. There are several environments in the movie, and once Sara explained her vision and the creative team shared with us the movie's art bible, a reference guide that defined the film's artistic vision, we start testing with lighting. Once we achieved the desired dark ambience, we proceeded with artificial lighting, considering elements like street lamps and sights in city environments. The final pass of lighting takes place inside the sequence. We strategically position lights within the scene to highlight key moments and key characters.
Thanks, Patrik and Sara. In conclusion, Van Helsing Rise from the Dark is the result of passionate collaboration, creativity, dedication, and a lot of market research to ensure it's all worth it. You can offer it to all your guests from teenagers up, and every format of the experience is individually thought for its specific hardware. Now, have a look at the trailer of Van Helsing Rise from the Dark and keep watching, because I have a message for you after that. Our new Keynote is officially over, attractions industry professionals. We are sure it has shed light on our creative process and the challenges we overcame to bring you an extraordinary, thrilling CGI title for your digital attractions. Van Helsing Rise from the Dark is available for licensing in 5D, VR, and DOM formats. To watch the movie in full length, subscribe by clicking on the link you'll find in the video description. Thank you for watching and see you soon with our next projects.